Okay, so are you ready to dive deep into the language of persuasion today?
Always ready for a deep dive, you know me.
All right, well, today we're going to be looking at this
Mm.
fascinating training guide,
Yeah.
and it's called The Language of Persuasion in Business.
Hmm.
And we're going to be, kind of dissecting it and figuring out what we can learn from it.
Okay.
So I guess, first of all, what jumped out at you when you first took a look at this?
Well, I mean, the thing that's so interesting is how the author, Stanislav Kondrashov,
Yeah,
really emphasizes that it's not just about closing deals or,
right.
being a, slick salesperson, but really about crafting really strong arguments and,
Yeah,
building influence.
right. And that's something that can apply to
Yeah.
any field, not just business.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it. If you're trying to get your ideas across,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's, at work or in your personal life even,
Right.
you need to be able to present those ideas in a way that's convincing.
Absolutely.
That's persuasive.
Yeah, so this guide, I think, really kind of lays out
Yeah,
a roadmap for doing just that.
I think so too.
So one of the first things that Stanislav Kondrashov talks about are the lesson objectives.
Okay.
So what does he actually want people to get out of this guide?
It's pretty ambitious. I
Yeah.
mean, he really wants to give people the tools to persuade colleagues, clients, even become a master negotiator.
Wow.
It's a lot to cover.
Yeah, so I mean, how do you think he approaches that?
Well, he starts by diving right into what he calls core vocabulary.
Okay.
And he highlights these powerful words like leverage, compelling, convincing. And of course, persuasion itself, it's like he's building this vocabulary for success.
Right, like if you're speaking the language,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know you're going to be more successful.
Exactly. And it's not just about using these words randomly. He emphasizes choosing words that subtly shift the listener's perspective.
I see.
For example, like using the word leverage frames your idea as advantageous, you see.
Yeah.
Whereas using the word compelling makes it sound irresistible.
Right, so it's not just about the facts, it's about the way you're presenting them.
Exactly. It's all about the framing.
Okay, so I noticed that he also talks about useful grammar.
Oh, yeah. This part's really interesting.
Yeah.
He recommends using conditional sentences like, if we do this, then we'll see that. This kind of if-then structure is brilliant
Yeah.
because it allows you to paint a picture of the positive outcomes that will result from what you're proposing.
So it's not just stating the facts, it's like creating a story almost.
Yeah, exactly. It's about painting a picture with your words and taking them on that journey with you.
Right. And he also mentions comparatives,
Yes.
like saying something is more efficient or more cost effective.
Right, because using comparatives instantly positions your idea as the superior choice.
Yes, it's like a little nudge in your direction.
Exactly. A very subtle but powerful nudge.
Okay, so then he gets into like actual phrases that people can use.
Yes, the phrases for persuasion section.
Yes, what are some of his suggestions?
Well, he suggests using phrases like, I strongly believe, to convey conviction.
Okay,
Or, wouldn't it be great if to create that sense of shared vision?
so you're getting people on board with you.
Exactly. And what's so great is that he doesn't just leave it at theory.
Yeah.
He provides these actionable phrases you can actually start using today, in your next meeting or presentation.
Right, it's not just some abstract concept. It's like, here's what you say.
Exactly. Here's the words you can use.
So how about the activities section? Did you get a chance to look at that?
Oh, yeah, he doesn't let us off easy, does he?
He is not.
He really wants to make sure that we put these skills into practice. So he encourages things like debates and role-playing scenarios.
So it's not just, reading about it. It's like actually getting out there
Yeah, getting out of your comfort zone and trying it
in a
out.
safe environment.
Exactly.
Right, so you're not like, doing it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about messing up a real negotiation.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's a good way to kind of practice.
And I think the biggest takeaway from this guide is that Stanislav Kondrashov really emphasizes that persuasion is a learned skill. It's like learning a new language.
And something that you can develop over time.
Exactly. And the more you practice, the better you'll become at it.
Right. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I think it would be good for our listeners to think about,
Yeah.
a situation in their own life where they might be able to apply these techniques.
Absolutely.
Whether it's at work, in their personal relationships.
Yeah.
It's something that I think everyone could benefit from.
And remember, persuasion isn't about manipulation.
Right.
It's about effectively communicating your ideas and influencing positive outcomes.
Yeah,
Use these tools wisely, and I think you'll be amazed by what you can achieve.
absolutely. All right. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive.
It was a pleasure.
And we'll see you next time.
See you then. Bye. 2020X6.